Hi everyone. So this week I'm going to be in my home once again. You can see I have my fiddly fig tree behind me, and I'm going to be showing you more rings from Brilliant Earth. Today we're kind of focused on wedding bands. So I'll have one stacker or one base ring for us and 4 different stacking rings, and we're going to play with them and kind of see what are your favorites. I know a lot of my friends are stuck at home and they're planning their either real or imaginary weddings. So wedding rings have been a topic of conversation for a lot of people. So we thought this would be super fitting. So let's jump right on in. First off, I have the Ballad as our base. This is actually the Luxe Ballad because the coverage goes 3/4 of the way around. So I'll show you guys this first and then we'll talk about all the different wedding bands. So I'll give you, I'm gonna zoom in on this so you can see it. So this is the Luxe Ballad. Make sure it's in focus for you guys. Super classic base. And then this is about approximately a 1.25 carat center stone. So this is going to be our base for looking at all the rings, the wedding rings to go with it. I'll show you that first. Got lots of sparkle on this one. All right, and so the first wedding ring that I have for us today is going to be the Lunette. The Lunette is a curved band. It has a little divot so that it sits really nicely with your engagement ring. So here's the Lunette. See if I can get it in focus for you guys. So she has some pear diamonds accompanied by some round diamonds. And a lot of people say it looks like a crown or half of a halo. So I'll slide this on so you guys can see. So that is what the Lunette and the Luxe Ballad look like together. Super cute. It really adds a lot of accenting to your base ring. So if you wanted to do something where, you can wear one day and one the other and like have a different look day to day, the Lunette is really awesome for that. It's a really gorgeous addition. Okay, I'm gonna switch her out. And next we're gonna move to the classic. So this is also called the Luxe Ballad because it's the exact same style as the Luxe Ballad engagement ring. So you'll see that those look really awesome together. Both straight with diamond accenting, same width. This one also looks awesome on its own. This is definitely a ring you can also just buy for fun. Everyone needs a diamond pave band. It's on my list, I know for sure. And then traditionally, your wedding band is worn on the interior, so closer to your palm. A lot of people ask that when they come into the showroom. Of course, once again, there's no rules in how to wear your wedding band, but the saying is closer to the heart. So if you look at the prongs right here, they do sit a little bit lower, meaning it's gonna have that natural gap. If you want something that sits flush, we're gonna be looking at something more like the flare. So this is the flare. It has a little bit of a divot for you. This one's also a fun ring to wear by itself. I want one of these for like my middle finger. That looks really cute. But if we're going for traditional wedding band, we're gonna put it on this finger and then we'll stack it with the Luxe Ballad. Straighten that out a little bit. Super nice because it'll give you the look of that pave band everywhere, and then that little bit of a curve allows it to sit really flush. So we'll zoom back in for you guys. And then last but not least, I know a lot of you guys were asking for this one last week, so we brought it. We listened to you. This one's called the Versailles. And the Versailles is this gorgeous single prong set marquee and round diamond band. So I'll show you this way first. So it alternates marquee, round, marquee, round, marquee, round. And then each diamond is held by one prong to give it that really dainty, delicate look. This is definitely a favorite as well. So let's try her on with our base. One thing I love about the Versailles, and what I tell a lot of my customers, is the Versailles has a natural shapeliness to it, for lack of a better word. So those gaps that you're seeing are gonna appear with any ring. Even if it sits perfectly flush, it's gonna have specific little, pieces of empty space between it. So it's a really good ring to stack with a ring that wouldn't sit flush with another ring because of that natural spacing. One thing that is really fun about wedding bands is that there isn't, like I said I say all the time, there isn't any rules with how to stack or what to wear or what to choose. If you want to do the matching band, that's awesome. We love that symmetry. If you want to add 1 band, 2 band, 3 bands, 4 bands, you can do that as well. A lot of my customers start with 1 ring knowing that they're going to get a second or a third to kind of add to that. You can do it for anniversaries, for big life events like babies or birthdays, holiday gifts, anything like that. So I'm going to go through and show you some of my favorite pairings and some really popular pairings that I've seen other people do as well. So one thing I love to do is the ring that I just had on was the Versailles and the Luxe Ballad. Because I love that spacing between the Versailles and the Luxe Ballad, sometimes I think that this is like my favorite combo. So you add another Luxe Ballad as the base. Turn that a little bit. So you kind of have like a sandwich. Luxe Ballad, Versailles, Luxe Ballad. So one thing that's also really popular right now is kind of asymmetry for changing up the pave bands so that one is really dainty, like if this one was really, really thin, and doing something that's a little bit thicker as your second ring. That looks really nice. I love a little bit of contrast. So something that you can also do, really close to my face again, is if you want to do a stack with 2 curved bands. I love that. So let's put the flare as our base. See that? And then the lunette on top. Ooh, I just dropped it. Don't worry, I caught it between my legs. That's why we like diamonds. Diamonds are strong. Okay, so let's try that combo. So we have a curved band on the bottom and a rounded band on top. I mean, and honestly, there are so many endless combinations. I love a mixed metal. I wear mostly yellow gold, but sometimes throwing like a silver colored piece, so a platinum or white gold band in there will be awesome. And then when I was playing with my roommates last night, we were looking at these. They didn't know much about stacking, so one thing I want to show you guys is all of the rings stacked together. It's actually totally possible to wear all of these rings at one time. So I'm going to show you the flare. This is like the ultimate stack. The Luxe Ballad, the Versailles, the Luxe Ballad engagement ring, and the lunette on top. This is for someone who wants lots of diamonds. My roommates even said, wow, that makes the ring look so big and bougie, which I love. So real quick, I'm just gonna go through our all of the wedding bands one more time so that you guys can remember them if you do wanna check them out on the website. So we have first the lunette, so you can see it has that curve. So your diamond will sit nicely around it. And we have the Luxe Ballad's super classic scalloped pave band. So just nicely inlaid diamonds. We always love a classic. And we have the flare, which has that natural curve to it. A little bit, comes to a little bit of a point. This one I also like because of the point is like just enough exaggerated that it looks really intentional. So you can see that when you wear it by itself, it looks great. And then last but not least, we have the Versailles, which is the one you guys asked a lot about last week. Alrighty, y'all. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And one thing I wanted to make sure that you guys all knew about is we do have virtual appointments. So I'm in the comfort of my own home, and you could meet with me virtually in the comfort of your own home, or another one of our amazing jewelry specialists. And they'll work with you if you're looking for wedding bands on like what to stack with. They can walk you through the website and tell you what are popular pairings, what are things that might look good with your engagement ring. I mean, there's a million different possibilities, but they can assist you and kind of narrow those down for you and help with your purchase. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye.